Hey everyone, welcome back to another Nissan S15 Silvia video where I'm going to be upgrading the A-pillar to the JDM boost gauge style. So currently we have the boost gauge installed in one of the air vents, which is what a lot of people do, but I want all of the air vents functional for blowing air. So I have sourced an OEM A-pillar trim and we're going to be installing that today. I don't think it's going to take that long to do. This is what we've got so far and it's kind of just in there. And I like this because it's got a yellow light in it, so it matches the yellow dash backlighting here. And you can see that this is the original pillar trim on the ADM Spec S15. It is just plain. Okay. So we've got the JDM version new from Nissan, which is exciting. And I ended up getting it new just because with the new hardware kit, you get all of the mounting bits and pieces. Whereas if you were to go secondhand, a lot of secondhand items that you can find on eBay, online shops as well, don't have all of the mounting trims and bits and pieces to be able to do this properly. So here we go. So there are these two things. And I've just removed the lower dash trim panel as well so that I can get access to the old boost gauge, which I'm going to try and push out from under there. You can see this is the vacuum line here, so it shouldn't be too difficult, fingers crossed. So basically all I've done is fished those two wires for illumination up into that gap, and same with the boost hose, the vacuum line. And you can kind of see where it needs to go from in here. Yep, you can see the light coming through. So that's where you need to get the wires and the boost line fed through so that you can take it up to the gauge. So unfortunately, this odometer gauge is way too big to fit inside there. So you need to get quite a shallow gauge in order for something to fit in there. So for now, I've just got the light connections sort of hanging out there, and that's the vacuum line there that I've just blocked off. So I'll come back with the solution and hopefully I can find a nice boost gauge that kind of matches the instrument cluster there. That would be the most ideal situation. Okay, so this little piece goes here, and then we need to screw that in. We're using the self tapper in the kit that just goes in there like that. So with that bracket in place, when you go to fit the plastic trim, you'll see that the bracket there actually helps to hold the back of the mounting section of the gauge pod into place. So this little hole here lines up with that hole in there, and you can kind of see that I'm not going to fit it just yet because I still need to get the gauge, but you can. So with everything pushed in, fits quite nicely, you can see. And also this hole lines up as well for the screw. Okay, as a final fitment, there are these two tabs there and two tabs there, so I'll just line that up. Right, then it's time to plug it all in. Okay, so just making sure everything's clicked in. It shouldn't have any gaps on the sides or anything like that. I did have to push it in a bit at the bottom there. So now it's just making the electrical connections, the boost connection, and then popping the gauge in. All right, here we go. Everything is good to push in, and we have a perfect fit. with this odometer gauge, which is awesome. Just gotta push it in, and it's kind of snug in there. Perfect. Very nice. I love it because the background is silver, much like the silver of the cluster gauges there, which is cool. And of course, we've got to see what it all looks like at night, so you can see how nicely the light of the boost gauge matches with the backlighting of the instrument clusters. Overall, I'm super happy. There was no cutting of the original pillar trim, and it's looking really, really great. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe because I'll be doing more of these videos in the future.